So let's say you have around 40,000 saved up from a few months. So can you do an international trip with that much money? The answer is actually yes and no. But how you can do it with a yes, that I will tell you very soon by the end of this video. So keep watching. Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Soni and I've been traveling around Southeast Asia for around 2 months now. I have a lot of Vietnam vlogs on my channel where I tell you about itineraries, about requirements, about offbeat places, and now we're gonna get started with a really important and short video about how you can do a smart budget planning for Vietnam. Before I tell you all the tips, let me give you a brief idea of Vietnam में हर चीज़ का कितना कितना खर्च होता है. Like, what is the cost of things in Vietnam? So I have my list up here, जिसमें I have all the details, and let me tell you the major things that you will be spending in is first flight and visa, second accommodation, transportation, sightseeing, and then food. For flights, go to either Skyscanner or Kayak and book in incognito mode. I'll give you one more tip. You go and enter your destination in Skyscanner and then go to dates and click on cheapest months. Then you will get to know about the dates where the flight is the cheapest and you can take leaves at that time and go accordingly. So for visa, it's a fixed cost. You can't do anything. It's $25 per person, which is approximately 2,000 INR. Third is accommodation. The cheapest accommodation in Vietnam that I got was 200 rupees per night. That's it. And the most expensive was 2,000 per night. So Vietnam is pretty cheap in that sense. So you can expect something roughly around 1,000 rupees per person every night. And how you have to book this is you can either book through booking.com or Airbnb or Hostel World. You will also get stays on my profile, which is on YouTube, on Instagram. So on Instagram, I give very latest updates. So if you want to be on the peak of information, then you should check out my Instagram channel, Instagram profile. The link is in the description below. So let's talk about transportation next. And before that, if you like this info and if you want to know more about Vietnam and other Southeast Asian countries, don't forget to hit subscribe on my channel because there are many other videos coming up very soon with itineraries, budget, about Vietnam, Bali, and more. For transportation, buses cost approximately 1k, trains 2k, flight 3 to 4k, and bikes are 300 rupees a day, and cab will be around 1k per person a day. And if I consider a very rough itinerary plan, go to Hanoi, Halong Bay, Ninh, Da Nang, Hoi An, and Saigon. And if you take this route, then roughly the expenditure will be close to 4 to 5k that you will do on transportation. And here I will just put the details either here or here, like what is the exact prices that you will be paying. For the buses, you can book them directly on the Futa app. I will put the link in the description below. And for flight, you can consider internal airlines like Bamboo Airlines. And if you want to book Halong Bay cruise, then you should contact Gadt travel because they have really good packages. I will also put the link in the description. I took their tour and it was very smooth and very fun. Next, you will be spending on food. Food, अगर आप local जगह पे खाओगे तो फिर even 50 rupees में food you will get per meal, or you can eat in a high-end place which will be approximately 200 to 300 rupees per meal. Okay, next is sightseeing. For sightseeing, most places will roughly have an entry fee starting from 50 rupees to 200 rupees, and if you want to do cruise, then maybe 2,000 rupees per person. Last comes shopping, which is completely up to you, but मैं recommend करूँगी that if you're shopping, you should shop in Hoi An because it's a very good place to shop everything, clothes and other stuff as well. So you can spend around starting from 50 rupees in shopping to 2000 rupees. I got like a few dresses and clothes, and approximately the dresses were like 300 rupees, 500 rupees. So 2000 में तो आप मतलब 4-5 सेट खरीद लोगे. Like that was so good. Even men, you will find a lot of cheap shirts. Now let's come to the main part, which is that how do you make this cheap? Like how do you make sure that all of this you get it very cheap? So first tip is that you try to go during off season. So the season just before the peak season is actually the best time to visit. The peak season is from March to June, May, June, and usse pehle the season which is just before that, like November to February, this weather and everything will be almost the same. The second tip, if you're not able to go during off season, then keep some extra time in hand so that maybe you can skip flights and go for trains, maybe you can go through buses. So it will be more cheap if you have extra day. If you can't go during off season and if you don't have enough time, I will give you the most bomb tip about Vietnam. Negotiate for everything. You have to negotiate for buses, for shopping, for accommodations. No prices are fixed. All the prices are negotiable. So make sure that you negotiate in Vietnam. So with that, we come to the end of this video. I'm in Bali right now and I have visited the most beautiful places. So if you want to know about that, then subscribe to my channel so that you will be updated the moment I post the video. So until then, stay tuned and I will see you in my next video, which will be from Bali, Indonesia.